Hello everybody, welcome back to this channel. I'm Kim Copeland and welcome to my backyard. I love to be outside, so even though it's warm and there's a lot of bees around, I'm gonna brave through it. Hopefully, this is about the 5th time I've tried to do this video. So, didn't work yesterday, I'm gonna try it again today. And it is Mystic Monday, a day late. We're gonna talk a little bit about hospice, some of the insights over the weekend. Also, we're going to talk about some grounding techniques, some new crystals that I got, Shungite, Lemurian Quartz, Selenite, and a couple classes that's coming up. All right, so here we are, and thank you for joining. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you for liking and sharing, subscribing, all that. I really appreciate it because it helps the channel grow. And let's see, what about, oh yes, we are in a massive awakening. I know we all say this, but it's really true. And I really feel it. I hope you guys do. This community is awakening. And it's not just this community, but as we awaken, we help everybody else awaken. It's our light that shines, that brings up everybody. I think I heard, it only really takes 1% of the population to kind of make a huge change of light. But when we're up to, which I think we're about 19-20% of these light workers now, that's just going to be like massive exponential change in our world, our universe. Okay, so I know we're seeing a lot of shadows and a lot of horrible, tragedies right now. Try to stay in the light, you guys, okay? It's so sad. I can hardly watch the news. There's a lot of sadness, the shootings, the building collapse, all that. It's just hard. So, and I hear about the animals too. So anyway, we are just imagining this right now. Take a moment to imagine ourselves as a crystalline light. If you're outside or you're inside, it doesn't really matter. Just to know that you are a being of light. You've got diamonds and crystals inside and around you, especially around the heart and the head and the root chakra. So put those lights, turn them up bright right now, just as we're listening to the video. And imagine that crystalline light coming in from the heavens and going all the way to the earth, and it's coming right back up, filling your whole being with light. Yeah, actually, let's start with the crystals, and then we're going to move on, okay? I'll jump around a little bit on this video. So the crystals I got over the weekend, because since we're talking about crystalline light, I got this beautiful selenite. Selenite dissolves in water, so you don't want to get it wet. But the thing is, it feels good. It's very clearing. This is a naturally clearing. You don't even have to take it out to the moonlight. But if you want to clear your energies around your body, this is a good one. It just clears. In other words, it comes and goes. It comes and goes with this, okay? Comes and goes. Wow, look at the kind of you can aim it. I think you can program these very well as well, okay? Comes and goes. I put my jewelry on a selenite and a Lemurian quartz at the same time, every day, every night, because I want to make sure that my crystals are ready for the next day. So I invigorate them, I clear them and charge them. So a Lemurian quartz like this, you can buy these on Amazon actually. Amazing though, right? It's a special quartz from Lemuria, I guess that time period, and it's a charger. So if you want your stones to charge, you clear and charge it at the same time, next to each other. All right. Now, the other day when we did the psychic squares, I was wearing a Lemurian quartz on my forehead. So charging that third eye, right? Hi, Isabella. Charging the third eye. Yeah, and it depends on how you point it, if you want it to come in or go out. If you want to send out energy versus coming in, All right, now I'll imagine you can even hold it and you're sending energy. Wherever you want to send your energy, program your crystals. That's one of the things. Okay, now, Shungite. It's a black, mostly black, dark gray, 2 billion years old. I went to the store over the weekend, one of my favorite crystal stores, and I just was looking for something for grounding because I really don't think I had much for grounding. So I didn't have a lot of time. I was not able to research this, but since then I have researched Shungite. Comes from Russia, Shunga, a place in Russia, and there is also a natural springs there that has, the water is over Shungite. People go there for healing. It has a very high antioxidant properties, so it helps supposedly with removing heaviness, heavy trauma, heavy emotional, spiritual, and physical trauma. Okay, this removes trauma versus a selenite clears it away. This Shungite actually absorbs it. Okay, it's an absorber. It also helps protect you from the EMFs from electric objects like your phone, your microwave, the computer. So you could put this in front of your device. You could also put it in the corners of your room to help for grounding as well. Okay, grounding and protection from all those electric rays. Okay, EMFs. All right, so that's all. I've got another Shungite too. Actually, I forgot I had this. This is just a small round one. So it comes in a lot of, a couple different shapes. I'm not sure how they get it round, or I don't know if they have to carve it. I don't know. This kind of feels like it's smooth. Okay, so there's that. Now let's talk about the class. I'm just jumping around. The classes starting next week. Color class. Yay. I've been wanting to do a color class for so long. So this is on color healing. It's just going to be a 2-day play shop. We're going to meet Monday, Thursday from 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific time. It's just a quick little introduction to color, because color can be a lifetime of learning. But we're going to work with learning about the history of some healing with color, the universal symbology, and your personal symbology, and we're going to partner practice, okay, for color healing. So we'll learn about how to work with ourselves and others for color. All right. Now, then July 14th is the start of a 4-week series of mediumship. Susan Lynn and I are going to be at it again, joining together in our teaching journey. 4 weeks of mediumship, and it'll be awesome. We will do partner practice. Expect that. Half the time we are in lecture and question and discussion, and the other half the time we are partner practice. Okay, so you get readings. When you go to both of these classes, you will get readings. All right, and it's fun. Okay, it's a little challenging, but it's fun. Okay, if you're up for it. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the hospice. Sorry, it's a little hot out here. Over the weekend, I was working with a couple families who were feeling like their loved one was transitioning. They wanted to make sure that they were trying to keep their loved one awake, hydrated, and fed. And as you probably know, if you've listened to my channel before, as people transition, they go within. It's like the hermit card within, and they need to have time to process their life, process from birth into death and post-death. And they often most of the time have this near-death awareness where they are talking with their loved ones on the other side, planning for that party. They're planning what they're going to eat, where, drink, who they're going to see. They make this plan ahead of time. So it's an exciting time for them. And but the family sometimes thinks they're maybe hallucinating. And so, my job, obviously, as a hospice nurse and medium, is to help the families understand that this is a normal process. This near-death awareness is a normal part of dying, and to embrace it as a sacred time. Embrace what's happening. Embrace the spirituality of dying. you know, where people are becoming mediums. They're really waking. They're waking up as they're dying, right? Even though they're going more asleep physically, they're waking up spiritually. So I notice a transformation, just a little bit of knowledge with the families, and then they understand and they know, and then they can allow their loved one to have the time alone, to have the time to process, to even walk out of the room, leave them alone a few minutes, so they can have some alone time. Because it's a lot of work to die, just like it is to be born, similar to die, right? It's a birthing process. You come in through a tunnel, you go out through a tunnel. It's very similar. Okay, so now let's talk about grounding, you guys. I brought a few things with me about grounding. I have more to say, but I'll just give you a few little things now, okay? First thing I want to just say is, we have a north and a south side in our body. The bottom of our feet is south, the soul, and the earth is in north. So that's why when we stand on the earth, we have that, it's like a magnet, north to south. Isabella. Whoa. Here we go. It's a north to south connection. Now, every once in a while, you can get flipped, and your south can be on top of your head and your north can be on your foot, and then when you're walking on the ground, you're not that connected. So one of the things you can do to make sure you're flipped and always have the north-south polarity in the right direction is with a spoon, a stainless steel spoon, and I'll show you in just a second. But I want to just say how we can get flipped. Stress, trauma, just feeling not grounded, being too busy, we can get flipped, okay? It's pretty easy to do, actually. So you can teach your body to stay in the right polarity by using a spoon. It's a stainless steel spoon, and all this does is it changes, it's like a little magnet almost for our body. And if you know it's stainless steel, by the way, if you put a magnet on it and it sticks, all right, you don't want to use silver, a real silver. So the way you do it, let me see if I can see my foot, okay. I'm gonna you just rub with the soft side of the spoon. You just rub, and you can do figure eights. Hard to do this direction, or you can just rub all the way up and down, you know, and it feels good. When I know I need it done, and I feel a flip, and I do my spooning, then I can feel it in my eyes, because actually, you know, that K1 is connected to your eyes. It goes right up to the eyes from the bottom of the foot, shoots straight up to the eyes, okay? So that's one way to make sure you're grounded. Another way, and is using color. So red is a really great color, or pink, or gold. Those are really nice colors to go down to the earth. You can imagine the red from the tailbone or your feet is an energy going right down to the earth. And I'm going to do that right now. Just imagine. And they say even wearing red helps with grounding. One of my teachers says always to wear red when you do a reading, because it will help with the grounding. And I know people who swear by that. But some people have a hard time with red. So if the red seems too strong, go with pink. Pink down to the earth. It's a nice, beautiful, soft color to help ground yourself to the earth, okay? Gold. I could do pink down and gold back up, or red down and gold back up. And imagine those colors coming up into the spine. So that's nice to do. Okay, guys, now let's see what else I have for grounding today. Well, we talked about this a while ago, is opening the gates in your hands, but you can also open the gates in your feet. So I'm not going to do a whole video, I'm not going to do a whole lot on that, but I just want you to know on the top of your feet, between the tendons, you push down and out away from your ankle. Okay, and you just rub that way. That's another way to get the feet more ready for grounding. It pulls that energy out. So, you know, if you spoon on the bottom and then push the gates open on the top, And I do the ankles too, because there's a lot of stagnation on the ankles. Okay, so that's a nice way for grounding. I'm going to do my other side in a second, because I don't want this side. Well, actually, I'm going to do it right now, because we don't want jealousy on the sides of our body. So I'm spooning. I want to see spooning, and now I'm going to open the gates. Opening the gates here. Okay, so now another way that's so wonderful to connect to the earth, a drum. So there's a lot of bees around here. Hopefully I'm not going to get stung. But just the thing about the drum is it connects to the heart. It connects your heart to the heartbeat of the earth. And so just by doing a little, my drum's a little bit boggy right now. But imagine, and actually when you do it for just even 5 minutes, it's a really nice way to connect, open your heart to the earth heartbeat. Another way, one last thing here, is a rattle. These are easy to make, by the way. Drums aren't that hard. You need a helper probably to make a drum. Anyway, again, this has a little different energy with a rattle, but it's another way to kind of settle your mind. It brings it down to a let's see, it's from a beta, alpha, delta frequency, slows it down so that we get a little more settled and relaxed and grounded. All right, you guys, I think that's enough for today. Thank you for joining me in my backyard, and I did not get stung by a bee, so yay for that. And I better not press my luck anymore. Again, thank you for subscribing and liking, and I will see you soon. Bye.